Peace, beautiful people. We're tapping in live session 2, intro to meditation. Session 2, intro to meditation. All right. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to do a little bit of reading, and then we're going to tap into the meditation. We're going to read for, it might be 8-10 minutes, depending on how many pages we have for today. So around the 10-minute mark, we'll start the meditation. And again, we're reading out of You the Healer. Excuse me. You the Healer by Jose Silva and Robert Stone. That's the meditation that we're going to be practicing. It's a mindfulness-based approach developed by Jose Silva, who worked at for the CIA. This is an insider story that I heard by somebody who knew somebody who heard directly from the source. And Jose Silva one time worked as a janitor in the CIA, and overnight there was a gentleman who spoke to him and let him know about the experiments that they were doing on humans and the potentials of extrasensory perception, psychic, meditation, pretty much using deeper levels of the mind to access and tap into higher intelligence. And so we're going to be learning to access higher intelligence by learning to slow down our brain waves, synchronizing the left hemisphere with the right hemisphere to access more than just this 10% that we're told that humans only use 10% of their brain. So we're learning here to use more than 10% of the brain. And we're tapping in now, session 2. We're on page 18, controlling your body by controlling your mind. Now, I'm going to read to you before we start. This is the meditation that we're going to be practicing, and then I'll read the 4, 5, 6, 7 pages, and then we're going to practice our meditation. So let's get started. Sit in a comfortable chair. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, relax your body. Count slowly backward from 100 to 1. We're not going to be doing the 100 to 1. We're just going to do 3, 3, 3. You see the number 3 times your imagination, your mind's eye. 2, 2, 2. You see the 2 as you count backwards. In your third eye, your mind's eye. And 1, 1, 1. And then to deepen, we'll count you from 10 to 1, 10, 9, 8. Feel going deeper. 7, 6, 5. Deeper and deeper. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're at alpha. And then from here, you repeat to yourself, you daydream some peaceful place, one of the most peaceful, beautiful places that you can imagine, and tell yourself mentally, I will always maintain a perfectly healthy body and mind. And you repeat it at alpha level. I will always maintain a perfectly healthy body and mind. And what this does is when you slow down your brain waves and you start to repeat affirmations, your mind is much more receptive. Your subconscious mind is more receptive to the instructions that you give. So in the wakeful state, affirmations are good, but they're much more impactful when you slow down your mind, when you slow down your brain waves, because the subconscious mind becomes much more receptive. And then, I will always maintain a perfectly healthy body and mind. So this is the simple general meditation that we're going to be doing. And after that, we count you out. And you tell yourself mentally that when you open your eyes, you'll be wide awake, feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better than before. And we count you out. And this concludes our meditation. As soon as you open your eyes open, wide awake, feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better than before. And this concludes our meditation. Okay, so over here we start. To be in control of your body, you must control your mind. To learn to control your mind, you must control the alpha level. To control the alpha level, you must control your state of relaxation. The starting point is to control relaxation. Let me share a story with you about Mr. R, a lieutenant in the U.S. Navy. Recently, my 8-year aviation career in the Navy was in serious jeopardy. I suffered an allergic reaction to a medication which caused a brief episode of heart arrhythmia. An examination at Broke Army Medical Center revealed that I had prolapse of the heart mitral valve. This is a congenital defect that can only be diagnosed with sophisticated equipment. Navy regulations prohibited anyone with this defect from being on flight status. 2-second opinions confirmed the diagnosis. My case looked open and shut. I was to be examined in 3 weeks by Navy doctors at the Naval Aerospace Institute. I had been very consistent in practicing my Silva techniques, which is what we're learning to do here. But I did remember that abnormalities. Oh, I had not been very consistent in practicing my Silva techniques, but I did remember that abnormalities can be corrected. I came to the alpha level frequency and envisioned a perfect heart with no defects. I also said to myself over and over that my heart was now perfect. This thought ran through my mind day and night until I believed, excuse me, it was so. 3 weeks later, I was examined by 3 Navy doctors. No mitral valve prolapse. A congenital defect of 33 years had disappeared. All the diagnostic equipment and tests revealed a perfect heart. I was returned to flight status. I am now a firm believer in the power we have within ourselves to improve our lives. Mr. R relaxed and pictured his heart as perfect. What the mind pictures, the mind creates. If. This is a big if. The mind creates what it pictures if it is at the alpha frequency. The brain is a 3-pound organ confined to the skull. The mind, limitless in its scope, still depends on the brain. If it is at the alpha level that the brain, especially the right hemisphere, the realm of thought, feeling, and emotion, works for us. Mr. R pictured his heart, his healthy heart, and talked to himself when his brain was at this frequency. Mental pictures and verbal instructions are the mechanisms for making physical changes at a subjective or alpha level. Using these mechanisms is what we call programming. Mr. R, while at the alpha level, pictured his heart as perfect, and in this way programmed his mental computer to make it perfect. The mind runs the brain, and the brain runs the body, and so the body complied. Alpha is the key. It takes you away from the objective realm, the physical world, and into the subjective world, the causative or creative realm, the realm that is the source of the physical world. Existing on this level gives you a blissful feeling of being alone within yourself. You're aware of goings on of the outside world, but not actively in it. You are physically and mentally at ease to be in the world, but not of it. Feeling the alpha level. With each day of practice, you go deeper in the direction of alpha. After you reach alpha, each day of practice brings you into deeper alpha, keeps you from going too deep back to sleep, and enables you to use your mind for super health, for yourself and for others. While you remain at alpha, noted biofeedback research, Barbara Brown has been able to train people to control their alpha levels by associating the alpha with pleasant feelings. The co-author of this book, a Silva lecturer in Hawaii, uses the Hawaiian word aloha to mean alpha. Aloha means oneness, symbolized by O. The middle letter of the word, he explains, get a handle on oneness, and you have reached alpha. He demonstrated at the chalkboard by putting a handle on the O in the aloha, which changes the O to P and the word aloha into alpha. Alpha is indeed a delightful feeling. Perhaps the reason is by entering it, we move away from the physical world toward the world within, one step closer to heaven. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven is within. I remixed it. I know that's not how the bar goes, but when you reach alpha level, no bells will ring, no sirens will sound, no voice will announce. This is alpha. You just feel good. A positive attitude. In essence, the Silva Method trains one's awareness at low brain frequencies for specific benefits. This control over the awareness enables the practitioner to improve his or her productivity and problem-solving ability. But suppose that during this training you took the attitude that while the method might work for somebody else, it would never work for you. This attitude also constitutes programming. To hold it would be to program your brain neurons, to ignore the training and maintain the status quo. Or suppose that after completing the training you took the attitude that it would not help to correct your particular health problem. That expectation of failure also constitutes programming, and it would cancel out what you gained in the training, keeping you sick. Desire, belief, and expectation are the components of faith. The link between mind and brain enables programs to be realized. The brain works both in the objective and subjective realms. Take the bright college student whose father wants him to be a lawyer. He does not want to be a lawyer, but his father has a thriving practice and is respected in the community. So encouraged by his father, the son becomes a lawyer. Does he propose? Does he prosper as his father has? No, because his efforts are half-hearted. That half-hearted quality affects his whole career. He becomes a mediocre lawyer. Compare the son's desire with the father's motivation when he was a youth. The father had a burning desire to become a successful attorney despite financial obstacles and other problems. He applied himself and eventually succeeded. Desire, belief, and expectations set the stage for success in both the objective and the subjective worlds. When Dr. Carl Simonton received a new patient, he showed that patient before and after pictures of former patients. Now you can see cancer, now you don't. He was not bragging or selling himself by doing this. He was stimulating the patient's negative expectation and belief, I'm a goner, to reverse themselves, becoming positive expectation and belief. I too can be cured. He usually showed these pictures in the form of slides to several patients at a time. He also insisted that patients' families see the slides. He wanted to change the expectations and beliefs about the patient's prognosis so that they could communicate those expectations and beliefs to the patients, thereby reprogramming the patients positively. Belief turns on the mental computer by entering the message that programming is on the way. Belief also enables us to picture an end result with enthusiasm. The enthusiasm heightens the flow of energy that runs the computer. The brain then processes the information given to it by the believing mind. Its critical faculty has given the green light. I will succeed. When the second artificial heart recipient sat in his Louisville hospital bed only a few days after the implantation, the doctors were jubilant. One was quoted by the Associated Press as saying that the patient's positive mental attitude is a very important factor and a very strong factor in favor as far as recovery is concerned. Reinforcement procedure. The mind is the controller, so we benefit when we control the mind, thereby generating success with expectation and belief. When you awake tomorrow morning, if you have to go to the bathroom, then go back to bed. Set your alarm clock to ring in 15 minutes. Close your eyes and roll them slightly upward toward your eyebrows, about 20 degrees. I usually focus like up here. I have analyzed the visualization process and have determined how it works best. Recall how people turn their eyes upward to find an answer to a question as if the answer were on the ceiling or a sky. I found that looking up in this manner triggers the brain to produce the alpha rhythm. At the same time, looking upward and unfocusing the eyes in the process of looking away from objects also triggers right brain activity. So something like, all right, my eye actually might have gone cross-eyed when I did that, but defocused vision. The mental screen. Mind control advantages occur best when the eyes are about 20 degrees above the horizon. I call this area the mental screen. So up from here. Our use of the mental screen at the alpha level becomes an important means of improving our health. With these explanations in the mind, you can continue the procedure begun above. Slowly count from 100 to 1, again, which is 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, and then 10 to 1. Do this silently, that is, mentally. Wait about 1 second between numbers. When you reach the count of 1, hold the picture of yourself in your mind as youthful, radiant, healthy, and attractive. Repeat mentally, I will always maintain a perfectly healthy body and mind. Then say to yourself, when you're counting out, I'm going to count out from 1 to 5. When I reach the count of 5, I will open my eyes feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better and better than before. Begin to count, and when you reach 3, repeat. When I reach the count of 5, I will open my eyes feeling fine and in perfect health, better than before. Continue your count from 4 to 5, and then 5, open your eyes and mentally affirm, I'm wide awake, feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better and better than before. And again, I'll walk you through this. 8 steps that are really only 3 steps. Go over each of these explanations of these 8 steps below so that you can understand its purpose while becoming familiar with the sequence. The mind cannot relax deeply if the body is not relaxed. It is better to go to the bathroom and then permit your body to enjoy full comfort. Also, when you first awake, you may not fully be awake. Going to the bathroom ensures that you wake up completely. In case you're still not alert enough to stay awake, however, set an alarm clock to ring about 15 minutes so you don't risk falling back asleep while meditating. 2, as I explained, turning your eyes upward about 20 degrees triggers alpha brain waves, rhythms in the brain, and also causes right brain activity. Later, we do our mental picturing. It will be with our eyes turned upward at this angle. Meanwhile, this alpha eye movement is a simple way to encourage alpha. Counting backward is relaxing. Counting forward is activating. Counting 1, 2, 3 is like get ready, set, go. Counting 3, 2, 1 is pacifying. 3, 2, 1. It takes you nowhere except deeper within yourself. While relaxing, imagining yourself the way you want to be creates the picture. Hypochondriacs also who relax and imagine themselves sick frequently create unwanted physical symptoms. You will do the opposite. Your mental picture will create wanted conditions: youth, health, attractiveness. Words repeated mentally while you are relaxed create the concept they stand for. Pictures, words, programs the mind to make it so. 7, 8, 6, 7, 8. These last 3 steps also involve counting to 5 to end your section. Counting upward activates you, but it is still good enough to give yourself orders to become activated as you count to 5. Do this before you begin to count again along the way, and again as you open your eyes. When you wake up tomorrow morning and prepare yourself for the exercises, you will find that the 8 steps are really only 3, with your eyes turned upward 20 degrees. Count backwards, picture yourself as healthy, and affirm your health. And then count up from 1 to 5, affirming good health, and open your eyes, affirming good health and wakefulness. 40 days can change your life. Okay, we're almost done. We have 1 more page and a half, and then we're going to start the meditation. 40 days that can change your life. You now know what to do tomorrow morning. But what about after that? Here is the program. Count backwards from the first 10 mornings from 100 to 1, the second 10 mornings from 50 to 1, third 10 mornings from 25 to 1, and the last 10 mornings from 10 to 1. Again, that's not how we're going to do the process. What you're going to do is simple: 3, 3, 3, imagining the 3 as you go down, 2, 2, 2, imagining the 2 as you go down and deeper, 1, 1, 1, imagining the 1s 3 times as you go deeper, and then counting 10 to 1 to get you at level. We're not doing the 100 to 1, etc., etc. After these 40 mornings of countdown relaxation practice, all you have to do, so after these 4 weeks, or 10 mornings, 40 days, it's simple: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 will get you to alpha level for health benefits. How to do this will be explained on the pages ahead. Keep reading as you practice, because there are health advantages you can enjoy even before the 40 days are up. You can change your morning picture to help yourself with specific health problems. You can help others. You can expand your understanding of what your mind can do to solve problems and reach goals in other aspects of living. You can build up your belief and expectation and therefore improve your health restoring ability. If you follow this simple exercise each morning for 40 days, you will acquire the ability to control your mind at the alpha level. It may seem almost childish to lie there counting down this way, but each time you do, you reach a point of reference for the next time. You go deeper and deeper, slowing down your brain waves and bringing them under your control. This phrase, under your control, means 2 things. 1, you're doing it purposefully, and 2, you're not falling asleep. This control therefore takes you and keeps you at alpha level, no deeper. And it helps to keep the procedure the same each morning. Do the same at the steps at the same place and the same time. The only thing that changes is the shift from 100 to 50 after 10 practice mornings, and then etc. Adding other variables will blur the point of reference and possibly diminish your results. What will the results be after 40 days? You'll be able to sit in a chair, count backward from 5 to 1, with your eyes turned slightly upward, and program for more energy, greater enthusiasm, a productive day, improved health, optimism, and more things to come. Okay, so that's session 2. Tomorrow we're going to be working on session 3. Before today, we're going to start our meditation. So again, whether people are here or not, we're going to be meditating. We're going to be here every day. The times might vary, but for those who are here, or if you're watching a pre-recorded, now is the time to relax, sit in a comfortable position, because I'm going to walk you through a quick 5-minute meditation. It's going to be very simple, very quick, and we're going to wrap this up. It took a little longer than I was expecting to, but again, for those who are here, or if you're watching pre-recorded, Get comfortable. Get in a comfortable position. Spine erect, preferably. Close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths to relax. Okay, now we're going to take one deep breath and exhale. And on the exhale, you're going to see the number 3 times. So inhale. 3, 3, 3. As you exhale, the body is relaxed. We're going to inhale again. And then the exhale, we're going to see the number 2 times. 2, 2, 2. Mentally visualize. Now the mind is relaxed. And then one more deep breath. And then we're going to see the number 1 3 times in our imagination. 1, 1, 1. Aloha, you are now alpha. Now to deepen, I'm going to count you from 10 to 1 to prepare the mind for programming. And on the count of 1, you will be at a deeper, healthier level of mind, deeper than before. 10, 9, 8. Feel going deeper and continue to breathe. 7, 6, 5. Going deeper and deeper. 4, 3, 2, 1. Aloha, you are not alpha. Deeper, healthier level of mind, deeper than before. Every time you relax this way, you go deeper, faster. Pull up a vision of a peaceful scene in your imagination, somewhere that you've been to before, somewhere that you've never been. But in your imagination, you can go anywhere. So somewhere is peaceful, in nature, by the ocean, by a river, by a lake, with family, peaceful scenes, tranquil scenes. Pull up that picture now and continue to breathe. And in this relaxed state, we're going to use affirmations, which program the subconscious much more profoundly at a relaxed state than if you were at a waking state. And the affirmation for these 40 days that we're using is, I will always maintain a perfectly healthy body and mind. So repeat that to yourself a couple times. I will always maintain a perfectly healthy body and mind. Continue to breathe. I will always maintain a perfectly healthy body and mind. I'm only going to repeat it 2 more times. I will always maintain a perfectly healthy body and mind. Peaceful, relaxing, tranquil scenes. Last time. I will always maintain a perfectly healthy body and mind. Now, on the count of 5, I'm going to count you out. You will open your eyes, feeling wide awake, feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better, and better than before. 1, 2, feel coming out. 3. On the count of 5, I'll snap my fingers. You will open your eyes, feeling wide awake, feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better, and better than before. 4, 5. Eyes open, wide awake, feeling fine and in perfect health, feeling better than before. This concludes our meditation. It was simple. It might have not even been 5 minutes, just because the reading was a little longer. So tomorrow we're doing session 3. This is an introduction to meditation for those who join me. The live, you get way more out of it. For those who don't, regardless, I'm doing this to try to orient people to meditation, try to acquaint people with meditation, take possession of their own minds, and learn to tap into deeper levels of the mind in order to do stuff like, for happiness, success, and health. And appreciate you for joining Court and everybody else who's here. Now this concludes our daily session, and I'll catch y'all again tomorrow. It's going to be somewhere between 8 and 10. It might be around 9 o'clock, but peace and blessings upon you all. Thank you for joining, and my contribution to y'all, and thank y'all for being here and contributing your energy back. Peace and blessings.